As fate would have it, right after we upload a great in-depth look on 20 great game deals available right now, Newegg has to launch a fantastic PlayStation 4 game sale, and that's what we're gonna go over today. A ton of new games discounted, including Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, Metro Exodus, without a doubt the cheapest price I've seen on that, Kingdom Hearts 3, which I just mentioned in the last video, but now it's even cheaper. And you've also got great deals on some older titles like Battlefield 5, XCOM 2, Overwatch, Destiny 2, The Forsaken, Soul Calibur 6. We'll cover all of that, and I'll go over each deal one by one. You are gonna have to use some promo codes for some of these deals, so I'll leave those in the description box as well. And also, we've been talking a lot about what Bluepoint Games, a studio that really focuses on remastering and remaking games. Most recently, they remade Shadow of the Colossus, and that was tremendous, but they are working on a new game, and we've got an interesting little tidbit about that game coming out of the Game Developers Conference. I do want to take a look at that as it's making the rounds on Reddit. Enter the Gungeon has gotten its final update. It's on sale right now on the PlayStation Store. I want to take a look at what you guys can expect out of the final update for that game as well. And we'll look at that at the end of this video after we go through all of these deals. First, let's take a look at all of these phenomenal deals that are available right now. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice can be yours for $48 after a promo code that knocks off 20% off a lot of games. Sekiro is definitely the highlight among all of those games on sale. And considering it's a very recent release and it hasn't gotten on sale at all outside of a couple dollars off here and there over on Amazon, this is definitely the most significant discount we've seen on it thus far. As far as the game itself goes, of course it's an excellent game. When you're playing a From Software game, you know it's going to be of a certain quality threshold. However, it's also had a little bit of controversy with people claiming that it's a little bit too difficult, people calling for an easy mode, which I absolutely do not agree with. By no means should Sekiro Shadows Die Twice have an easy mode. If you're buying this game, go into it expecting something incredibly challenging. Expect something that's going to require a decent amount of patience. Do not expect something that you can just breeze your way through. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's difficult. At times, you're going to want to completely quit the game, but that's how the game was designed, and to call for an easy mode, I just think that's a little bit foolish, but let's not go down that rabbit hole right now. $48 for that is a really good buy. Some other deals that are available with that 20% off code. I do see Kingdom Hearts The Story so far. That could be yours for $32. Marvel Spider-Man could be yours for $32. That game dropped to $40 and it does not go on sale often. I have not once seen it south of $32, so that price is pretty good. And if you've yet to check out Spider-Man for whatever reason, you should really remedy that ASAP because it is a great open world game. Is it perfect? No. But Insomniac has set a phenomenal foundation for what is to definitely become one of the key pillar franchises for Sony going forward. God of War, same thing here. It's listed at $40. With that promo code, you can have it for $32. This is a game that went down to $17 over Black Friday, but since then, man, it's just really retained that high price point. It's an exceptionally great game, so if you've yet to check it out, definitely play it. It's one of the best, if not the best, PlayStation 4 exclusives thus far. I'm kind of still partial to Uncharted 4, but nonetheless, it is a phenomenal game, and I'd give it a strong recommendation. I do see Tom Clancy's The Division 2, specifically the Gold Steelbook Edition. That's listed at $110, but if you knock off 20%, if my math is correct, you'd end up getting it for, what, $88? And that's pretty good. Division 2 is a very good multiplayer game, and that's a game that's going to evolve over time, and I'm sure Ubisoft is going to stay pretty committed to it. They've already got a year worth of content planned out, so definitely give that a look. Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown can be yours for $48. You can get the PlayStation Classic for $48. Jump Force is available, and you can get that for $48. Metro Exodus, they do have the Aurora Limited Edition. 20% off of that would knock it down to $71, I believe. I believe Amazon actually had that a little bit cheaper recently for like $60, but still, that is available. Anthem Legion of Dawn Edition is available for $80. It seems like all of you guys hate Anthem, so I don't even know why I mentioned it. And I do notice that there's an open box PlayStation VR Astrobot Rescue Mission and Moss bundle. With that promo code, you'd get it for $240. That is a pretty good deal. And outside of the promo code, they have some games discounted upfront. Kingdom Hearts 3 is down to $40 flat, which is really good. And given that the story so far is also down to $32, hey, picking those up both at Newegg wouldn't be a bad idea to get your full entry into Kingdom Hearts. As I mentioned, I do not recommend you to jump into Kingdom Hearts 3 outright, but it's still a quality experience. And they do have a recap video, so if you're dead set into getting into Kingdom Hearts 3 without playing the other games, there is that to look into. Metro Exodus, the regular edition, is down to $40 as well. Without a doubt, the cheapest I've seen this game go for. Metro Exodus is a great game, builds upon Metro Last Light and Metro 2033, this one being a little bit more open. Of course, being on the PlayStation 4 now, technically it's far superior than 2033 and Last Light. I don't know if I would go as far as to say that it's the best game in the series, but it's quite good, and if you enjoyed 2033 and Last Light, definitely give Exodus a look. However, if you haven't played 2033 or Last Light yet, I would recommend you to get those games first. Those games are incredibly high quality, and when they go on sale, you can get both titles for like $7. That's $7 for the collection, so really you're paying like $3 and change for each game. It's an absolute steal, and then playing through those games will probably get you invested into the franchise, and then you'll really want to check out Exodus. However, Exodus right now for $40 a really good buy. Alright, so outside of that, Newegg is also running a 50% off promo code, and there are a bunch of great deals that can be had with using that code. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 can be yours for $25, which is pretty good. Soul Calibur 6, same thing, $25 for that is quite good. And Soul Calibur 6 is one of my favorite fighting games this generation, probably alongside Injustice 2. Just found it rather compelling for even someone like me that's not super into the competitive side of fighting games, but if I want to just jump in and play, Soul Calibur 6 definitely offered that, and with all of the customization options, Geralt of Rivia being in the game, offered a lot for me to like. Destiny 2 Forsaken Legendary Collection can be had for $20, so that's the entirety of Destiny 2. You get a lot of content here, including the base game, both expansions, as well as Forsaken. That's really giving you a high-quality Destiny 2 experience, so I would give that a solid recommendation. Overwatch Game of the Year Edition can be yours for $20, which is quite good. Yes, this game is relatively old at this point, but it does hold up in price, and $20 for it is pretty good. XCOM 2 can be yours for $7.50. Not a bad price for that. I do see Spyro Reignited Trilogy on the Xbox One only, so if you do have an X1, I would give that a recommendation. You can get that for $20. Unfortunately, the PlayStation 4 version is not available. Final Fantasy 15 for $20 is pretty good. That's the Royal Edition. Far Cry 5 for $20. We Happy Few for $20. Far Cry New Dawn for $20. Battlefield 5 Deluxe Edition for $35. A lot of your standard deals, but definitely some good gems in there as well, with titles like Soul Calibur 6, XCOM 2, Overwatch, even Black Ops 4 is pretty good. So we'll leave links to all of these in the description box below, as well as the promo codes to utilize to get the additional discounts. Alright, so those are all of the deals that Newegg just dropped just now, but we also have some other news to cover. Specifically, we've been wondering for quite a while what Bluepoint Games is possibly working on. Now, Bluepoint Games is a studio that's mainly known for remastering and remaking games. You'll know them for most recently doing the Shadow of the Colossus remake, and that was a great remake. Shadow of the Colossus is already a tremendous game, but Bluepoint made it even better, and they said something very, very interesting coming out of the Game Developers Conference, and here's what they said. In fact, for Shadow, we don't call it a remaster, we coin it a remake due to the complexity of the project. And moving forward to our next project, so here's the really interesting tidbit, we call it a re-envisioning given that it goes well beyond what we thought was possible on Shadow. So that to me not only says that it's going to see graphical improvements and graphical refinement, but that means gameplay and overall design choices are going to be revamped. What this could be, I don't know. A lot of gamers are suggesting maybe this means that Demon's Souls isn't happening because would they want to change the fundamental gameplay of that title? However, I offer you this. Demon's Souls was released all the way back in 2009. That was From Software's first take on a Souls style of game. And yeah, while Demon's Souls is very nostalgic to us at this point, I think going back to that game, it would be a little bit of a tough sell, and for a newer gamer to get into Demon's Souls, it would be a little bit difficult. So to revamp some of those elements of those games, I think that makes a lot of sense in actuality. So I think a statement like this makes it even more likely that it's something related to Demon's Souls. Who knows what their next game is? If they're doing something completely unrelated, Bluepoint has really found a niche for themselves in that they recreate these experiences and make them even better. Shadow of the Colossus was tremendous last year, and whatever they do next, I'm definitely gonna check it out. Whether it be Demon's Souls, whether it be a completely different remake, or in this case, they're calling it a re-envisioning, we will keep you guys posted, but whatever they do, I'm sure it's gonna be of incredibly high quality. And lastly, I do want to give you a shout on Enter the Gungeon, a Farewell to Arms launch trailer. This is the final free update to Enter the Gungeon, and it's a pretty sizable update at that. And by the way, the game is discounted on just about every platform on the PlayStation Store. I believe it's $7.50. And Enter the Gungeon, a Farewell to Arms update brings a first to Gungeon expansions, 2 new playable Gungeoneers in the Paradox and the Gunslinger. Battle-tested Gungeoneers will welcome the arrival of dozens of new guns and items, a new secret fort with a new boss, and the addition of community-inspired rainbow mode. Additional features, tweaks, and fixes keep up with the philosophy to make the player feel more powerful, more often implemented in the previous update. Enter the Gungeon Gungeon a pretty good game. Cool to see it continue to get free updates, and this one a pretty sizable one. And again, it's discounted right now, so I would give that game a look. That's gonna conclude this video. Again, a ton of great deals on Newegg right now. Sekiro, Kingdom Hearts, Metro Exodus. You've got Battlefield 5, Soul Calibur 6, Black Ops 4, and a ton of other deals on top of that. Links to everything in the description box down below. Bluepoint Games, their next project isn't a remake, but rather a re-envisioning. What could that be? I'll keep you guys posted. And Enter the Gungeon has gotten its Farewell to Arms update, a pretty sizable update with that, and it's discounted as well on the PlayStation Store. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.